Live breaking news from your local news channel.
Good evening, I'm Beth Farnsworth.
I'm Scott Hennessy. We do begin with breaking news in Santa Maria. Police say there's a suspicious device at Rotary Centennial Park that's near the intersection of College Drive and Bradley Road.
And News Channel reporter Patricia Martellotti is live at the scene. Patricia, what's going on at this time?
Well, I'm here at the Rotary Centennial Park where police say a suspicious package was found, and so far they have told me they saw what appeared to be a small cylinder device. They think it looked like a pipe bomb, but that they're not taking any chances. They contacted the county bomb squad to investigate, and I'm just going to step out for a minute so you can take a look at the scene behind me. The bomb squad has just arrived during this past half hour. Once again, this is happening at the Rotary Centennial Park. Police have blocked off the entrance to the park this past hour. I'm also near the Santa Maria Fire Station number 4, where I saw a few officers coming and going into the station's garage. Once again, police are here at the Rotary Centennial Park, as well as the bomb squad behind me, where they are investigating what they're calling a suspicious package. I could also see a drone way over to my left. I'm not sure if Brayton, our photographer, can point to it. It's pretty tiny from where I'm at, but there is a drone up in the air, and that was what they used to help with this overall investigation. And they are all still going to be here, they say, for at least the next hour or so. So the Rotary Centennial Park will be blocked off to the public for at least till 7 o'clock. You'll want to avoid the area. For now, live in Santa Maria, Patricia Martellotti, News Channel 12.
Looks like it's all safely cleared. Thank you so much, and keep us updated, Patricia. Now to developing news in Monterey County, where an airplane crashed into a house and sparked a fire.
Victor Guzman reports the plane crashed after taking off from a nearby airport.
A quiet morning at the Montera estate shifted suddenly when a plane crashed violently into a home off Montera Ranch Road. The owner of the home says no one was home at the time of the crash, but crews are still trying to locate the pilot of the small aircraft.
Don't know the whereabouts of the pilot, and if there was not a pilot that came out of the home after the crash, then we don't know their status right now.
News of the crash brought concern to the home's owner, Roger Gallart, who said his daughter is normally at the home around that time of day.
My wife and kids weren't there, so it's not the worst thing. It's a blessing in a way.
Crews say the home was about 60% involved when they arrived. The major concern, however, was the amount of vegetation burning from the debris left by the plane crash.
There had been some debris spread around the home into the wildland area where a spot fires had started, starting a brush fire.
The fire was ultimately contained by multiple agencies, leaving investigators and Gallart wondering about the whereabouts of the pilot.
It's bad for the poor people on the plane, and I don't have any information on that, but yeah, they lost a lot more than we did, for sure.
The San Luis Obispo County Board of Supervisors is talking about replacing former county clerk recorder Tommy Gong, who resigned last month.
And News Channel reporter Karen Cruz-Orduña is live in San Luis Obispo with what happened at today's meeting. Karen?
Beth and Scott, the SLO County Board of Supervisors are searching for a new county clerk recorder, and this was discussed actually today, and the opening of this position begins at the end of July, and supervisors say some board members proposed qualifications for the position, like having prior experience and being nonpartisan. However, that was not approved. For now, the process will start by opening the position and having candidates go through a review process. Each board member will also appoint someone to select a selection of committee, and that group will decide the 7 final candidates. Then the supervisors will consider the candidates and appoint the replacement.
The trust factor is at an all-time low. They don't like this process. They don't like what happened. And so we want to really assure voters that if we're going to appoint a new county clerk recorder, that person is going to have the qualifications to conduct a fair elections.
For now, Deputy Director Helen Nolan will serve as interim clerk recorder until replacement is chosen in October. Supervisors expect to consider 7 new candidates. And for now, live in San Luis Obispo, I am News Channel reporter Karen Cruz-Orduña.
All right, thank you for that, Karen. The search is on for landlords willing to take emergency housing vouchers.
News Channel's Tracy Lair joins us live from the Housing Authority in the city of Santa Barbara. Tracy, the city just received 89 more vouchers.
That's right. And thanks to the American Rescue Plan Act, communities up and down the coast received vouchers. The county of Santa Barbara received 215 vouchers. And as you said, the city of Santa Barbara received 89. And they come with money to rent properties from a room to a 5-bedroom between $1,200 to $4,500 a month. That would be money paid to the landlords. And they would also have wraparound services to help the people that were experiencing homelessness to get back on their feet with a roof over their head. But their problem is they can't find landlords, enough landlords, willing to take the vouchers.
But we're going through the eligibility process right now so we can issue the vouchers and get those leased up. So what we really need are landlords that have units available to contact our housing authority.
We reached out to landlords, but most of them use management companies, so it's really hard to find the people that own the properties that are for rent, even when you go online. And there is a huge shortage of housing, so it makes a complex problem because they're trying to put people, they just moved to a hotel on Upper State Street, into these homes, but they need landlords to be part of the solution. And you'll find a link to the information on our mobile app and website, and we'll have more tonight on the News at 11. Reporting live in Santa Barbara, I'm News Channel reporter Tracy Lair.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Still ahead from your News Channel Live at 6:30, Democrat Texas lawmakers are calling on Congress to pass legislation that would stifle restrictive voting measures nationwide. The reaction from lawmakers coming up next.
President Biden put voting rights front and center today with a major address in Philadelphia.
His speech comes as a handful of mostly Republican-led states have passed restrictive voting measures, and less than 2 weeks after the U.S. Supreme Court upheld 2 Arizona voting rules. The president, the vice president, and dozens of Texas state legislators are all calling on Congress to approve national legislation.
The 21st century Jim Crow assault is real. It's unrelenting. And we're going to challenge it vigorously.
Anybody in the state of Texas who needs to exercise the right to vote should do so freely.
You are doing this in support and in defense of some of our nation's highest ideals.
I think it's pretty obvious that this is nothing more than a political stunt.
It is the second time this year they've walked out to stop their Republican-led state legislature from passing new voting measures. Still to come from your News Channel Live at 6:30, a multi-million-gallon sewage spill closes some LA beaches.
And inflation rockets to a 13-year high. What is causing the biggest increase in prices?
A 17-million-gallon sewage spill at LA's largest treatment plant has closed several South Bay beaches. The Hyperion plant was inundated with an overwhelming quantity of debris, causing a backup at headquarters. To relieve the backup, they opened the 1-mile pipe for 8 hours, releasing 17 million gallons of raw sewage, material that is usually displaced using the 5-mile pipe to keep it away from shore. The affected beaches remain closed to swimmers, and it wasn't immediately clear when they would reopen. Officials say the last major overflow at the plant was in 2015.
Dozens of wildfires are burning throughout California tonight. The river fire is one of nearly 60 burning in 7 western states. It is threatening a major highway that leads into Yosemite National Park. It has doubled in size since Sunday as firefighters work in challenging conditions, including triple-digit temperatures yesterday.
We're dealing with the third back-to-back heat wave. What has that been like?
Deadly. It's freaking hot, especially when you're working outside.
The heat is easing, but there is a possibility of flash flooding and mudslides in several states where areas have burned. Of course, a much different story here, taking a live look outside from our Santa Barbara Yacht Club camera. Beautiful weather this evening for anybody out there walking along the beaches.
Yeah, love that view there as we turn things over now to Courtney Aitken, who is in tonight for Kelsey.
Well, now taking a look at your first alert full weather forecast. Here's a look again at this afternoon. Of course, we see that warming trend get stronger as we move inland. We did hit triple digits, but then along the coast, it's mostly 70s, so more comfortable temperatures there. And then this evening, we're going to cool off into 50s and 60s overnight. Wednesday, tomorrow, very early morning, we'll see those 50s and 60s stick around just a bit, but even by 10:30, we are heating right back up. Santa Ynez already at 85, Paso Robles at 80, Santa Maria and Lompoc stay at 70, at least for the time being. But into the afternoon, we are heating up again. Coast does stay pretty constant, pretty nice and temperate. Ojai at 83, and of course, further inland, we'll see more 80s and 90s. Tomorrow evening, we'll cool off into the 50s and 60s overnight, and we'll see a similar pattern repeat on Thursday. Here's a look at clouds, though, because those are going to be playing a big part in what kind of weather you'll be seeing. So tomorrow around 7 a.m., we do have some low clouds filling out around San Luis Obispo all the way down to the Lompoc area. So during your morning commute in those areas tomorrow morning, could see some low fog, possibly some drizzle. That's going to back out of your way and clear out by tomorrow evening around dinner. And then, of course, Santa Barbara area all the way to Oxnard stays very clear tomorrow. So that's good news if you are hitting the beach tomorrow. Thursday, we see those clouds come right back in and hug the coast early in the morning, and they'll continue to close right on in. We even have some low clouds inland, as you can see down this area. So even Santa Barbara will see a little bit of cloud cover Thursday morning, but it will clear out into the afternoon. So you can go ahead and spend the day outside. As for your highs and lows tonight, overnight mid-60s, and then 70s, low 70s, that is, in Santa Barbara, 74. That sounds like a good day to me. Montecito at 70. It's going to be the lowest in this area, and 72 in Carpinteria. Moving right along now, we've got a 71 in Lompoc, 74 here, and then up in Santa Maria, another 72. So Vandenberg is going to be 69, the coldest or coolest, that is, you'll see in this area. So mostly 70s right there. Here we have a bit more variation. We've got 68 here, and along the beach we get to 62 in Morro Bay, 66 in Cambria, and then further inland we'll see an 84 in Paso Robles. Again, moving right on along down to Ojai, where we do see a 90. So no triple digits tomorrow, but we will see a couple of 90s. One will be there in Ojai, and then in the Ventura area we do have a 68 right north of a 76. So some more variation in this area as well. Here's a look at your week ahead in Santa Barbara. 74 tomorrow and Thursday. We'll dip down a degree on Friday before we climb right back up into those high 70s for next week. Sunny and high 70s. It'll be absolutely beautiful. Have a wonderful evening.
All right, thank you, Courtney, for filling in tonight for Kelsey. In business news, FAA says that it found a new Boeing production problem in undelivered 787 Dreamliners.
And McDonald's is offering more benefits in an attempt to win over workers. Here's Jane King with your business report.
The latest inflation numbers show the biggest increase in prices from June of last year in 13 years. Supply shortages and higher shipping costs also continue to drive rapid increase in the price of things. Now, goods, excluding food and energy, saw the two biggest monthly increases on record in April and May. While McDonald's reportedly has added tuition help and childcare to sweeten benefits in a bid to attract new workers, the Wall Street Journal reports the childcare benefit has become popular among companies during the pandemic. Other major restaurant chains like Papa John's, Chipotle, and P.F. Chang's have similarly boosted incentives. Last year's mass shutdowns forced Americans to live more simply because there was often little to do, and we ended up going to restaurants earlier. Now, that got us in the habit. The restaurants say it's sticking around. Restaurants don't like it because the 6 p.m. diners are eating and hanging out, where before the pandemic, they get at least 3 turns of a table a night. The 6 p.m. diners, 8 p.m., and then late night reservations. And the Federal Aviation Administration said some undelivered Boeing 787 Dreamliners have a new manufacturing quality issue that the largest U.S. plane maker will fix before the planes are delivered. The FAA says the issue is near the nose on the certain 787 Dreamliners, and this was discovered as part of an ongoing inspection of the planes. From New York, I'm Jane King with your business update.
I'm 53, but in my mind, I'm still 35. That's why I take Osteo Biflex to keep me moving the way I was made to. It nourishes and strengthens my joints for the long term.
Osteo Biflex, plus vitamin D for immune support.
Why O-Cedar? Because when I get home, we like to play crocodile on the floor. O-Cedar Easy Ring removes over 99% of bacteria, even with just water. Easy and truly clean floors. O-Cedar, it feels great to feel at home.
The nominations for the 73rd Annual Primetime Emmy Awards are out.
The Crown and The Mandalorian topped the drama categories with 24 nominations apiece. Leading the pack in the comedy is Ted Lasso with 20 nominations. And for limited series, WandaVision steals the spotlight with 23 nominations.
To qualify, a show must have aired in the past year between June 2020 and May 2021. Cedric the Entertainer is set to host the official ceremony on September 19th in Los Angeles. There will be a limited audience of nominees and guests.
How exciting getting back to celebrating in person. So I've seen The Crown. You saw just about everything else.
No, there's so many shows. I've seen hardly any of them. We watched all The Mandalorian. I really liked that one.
I've not seen those, but I do want to see those too.
So that may win some awards, I think. But.
Okay, and the ones I really liked aren't even up for nominations.
It's hard
so I'm
to
not
keep
talk about
up.
them,
So much good TV these days.
Yeah,
all right. Well, we have good content on our website. We invite you to go check it out, KEYT.com. Also, breaking news on our mobile app.
And if you're not watching TV, step outside and enjoy the end of the evening. It's just beautiful weather out there. Scott's back at 11. Enjoy your night, everybody.
Good night.